Hello, everybody. Today, because I have OCD, I'm going to continue the line of these Road to WrestleMania cards. This is WrestleMania 2015 or WrestleMania Play Button. So here's the Hulk and Cena, and then on the top there, Triple H and The Rock. Even though I don't think The Rock was actually there. There's Ambrose and Rollins and Kofi. And everybody else. No, that's everybody that's on the box. So yeah, as most of that WrestleMania is pretty forgettable. I mean, there was there was a Fatal 4-Way tag team match with Los Matadores and the New Day and the Usos. There was the first armbar, or the Andre Romanoff Memorial Battle Royale, as it's called, or the Andre. Then there was the ladder match for the IC. Orton and Seth Rollins, and Sting was there. It was the thing that happened. And then AJ and Paige with the Bella Twins. That was when Rusev came out in the tank and lost. The Undertaker had that weird match, an entrance with Bray Wyatt that was clearly meant to be in the dark. However, because they were doing it outside on the West Coast, it wasn't in the dark, so it didn't really work. And then, of course, really the only thing that's memorable from WrestleMania 31 is the cash-in and Heist of the Century, where a participant who wasn't even in the match ended up winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in Seth Rollins when he cashed in the Money in the Bank in the middle of the match, making it a triple threat, which was amazing and great. Now no one will ever do it again, but that was the first time. So let's go through what else happened in these cards. So let's get to it. But yeah, for the most part, pretty much all and that was the one with the year of product placement, where fucking Triple H's entrance was sponsored by was it Terminator Gen? No, was it Terminator Salvation? Was the fucking Terminator movie that sponsored, and he had all the Terminator endoskeletons? But that was a thing that happened. All right, so let's see. John Cena won the championship in a Fatal 4-Way match at Battleground. Okay, and this is what, 2014. So this was after the Triple H and the Authority bit with Daniel Bryan. Because look, here's Kane tombstoning Daniel Bryan. So was this after Team Hell No? I forget. All right, so there's two cards. Let's pull the two from the back. And then, here's The Undertaker defeating Bray Wyatt at that WrestleMania. And I like how it looks like, for whatever reason, they just used, if you watch the one before when I opened the box of Road to WrestleMania 30 cards, this is the exact same graphic design. They didn't change anything about it. Because I have some 2016, 2016 was Texas. I don't have that box. But 2017s I have, and everything after, totally different graphic design every year. So then, everyone would, Rock came back and just made fun of Rusev for like a half hour. That was good. And then, alright, okay, then it looks like, here's a bunch of inserts. Looks like there's a whole series about Triple H at WrestleMania. Like, here it is at WrestleMania X8 when he defeats Chris Jericho. And then it looks like this is just classic matches. The Nasty Boys versus the Hart Federation at WrestleMania 7. Which I recall, isn't that match only like 9 seconds long? And it was the Nasty Boys' first time in WWE. Oh, I remember vividly watching that originally was when it happened, because as I've said many times in these boxes, I had my parents buy me or get cable so that we could get WrestleMania 7. And then during the week I went to a friend's house, Bill Wilson, if you're out there, hope you're not dead. But yeah, went to his house, and frankly, he way more backstory than anyone's ever going to need. But he lived with his grandmother in the house literally next to our elementary school, and they were very weird. School ran from 8:30 to 2:30, and then because I guess they were old, and now that I'm of that age, I understand it. They had dinner at 3 p.m. every day, and he wasn't really allowed to have people come over. But for one reason, I came over, and we were playing some old school wrestling game on his computer where like you type in moves and like I want to do a snap mare, and it would. But then we eventually sat down to watch his taped copy of WrestleMania 7. We're like, and we were, and his grandmother yelled at us because we kept fast forwarding through matches because I'm like, I've already seen this match, and she's like, well, if you've already seen it, what are you doing over here watching? And then I don't remember how that story ends, but it was just I remember her yelling at us because we were watching a WWE pay-per-view on tape and kept fast forwarding. So yeah, all right, and then look, here's it looks like there's an insert set for Hall of Famer. So there's George the Animal Steel. Okay, let me just pull the insert out and set it aside. And then what else happened? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Sting returned to save Team Cena. Was Team Cena at? No, I would have thought Team Cena would have been Survivor Series, but that doesn't make sense in January. So who remembers? All right. The Authority gives up on Randy Orton, and then remember Bray Wyatt defeats Dean Ambrose in the TLC. Oh, that's the TLC match. That's not the hell. Was it that match where he gets hit in the head with the exploding television? I forget. All right, I'm gonna sneeze probably. Yep. Oh, please excuse me. Oh, jeebus. All right. So let's do inserts. So there's Hall of Famer Harley Race, who I just learned the other day on Reddit. Well, apparently, I think I've discussed before my love of the Magic Secrets Finally Revealed that they ran on my TV, or it was started on Fox. And the third one had Maria Kanellis in it, and Eve, I think. I'd have to go back and double check. But they made a very similar show called Pro Wrestling Secrets Finally Revealed, where they had a bunch of masked wrestlers, and apparently Harley Race was involved. I haven't watched it yet. I have it on YouTube. But it was apparently it was a hit piece against WWE because they dominated in the ratings and they wanted to get in on that. Even though my TV eventually became the home of SmackDown, so maybe it weren't. I don't know, but Harley Race was one of the people involved in giving away the secrets of wrestling. All right, so then here's just regular matches. WrestleMania 3, Honky Tonk Man defeats Jake the Snake. Here's The Rock. This is really a whole set of Rock at WrestleMania. Rock and Sock Connection. Oh man, did I love Rock and Sock back in the day. All right, and then here's Bizarre matches. Corporal Kirshner defeats Nikolai Volkov in a flag match at... Oh, no one I don't remember because it was WrestleMania 2. One of probably the worst one ever. Alright. Yeah, 2 was not good. Alright, and then... remember when Dean Ambrose brought out a hot dog cart for whatever fucking reason? Because he was... what the fuck was his fucking nickname? The Bizarre Enigma or something? Or no, it was the Ambrose Asylum because he's so insane. And then so then here's an IC at TLC. Dolph Ziggler defeated Luke Harper for the IC title. Sure he did. Okay. And then, oh god, remember when the primetime players were a thing? They spent so long in NXT and they were garbage. And then they came up and they were tag team champions for 3 weeks. And then, I don't know, not Titus O'Neil was gay, so he got fired or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but 2015 was a different time. And then, yep, so here's pretty much the whole reason for this set is, again, Seth Rollins, a participant who wasn't even in the match, managed to win the title. All right, that's just crazy. Now, hey, I was at that, and I don't even recall that. Literally, I was at that WrestleMania, and I believe I've said many times, the only thing I remember about WrestleMania 29 is the CM Punk match, because that was really the reason I was there, and everything else was garbage. But yeah, that was a whole thing that happened after, and then there was Twice in a Lifetime that wasn't any good. And I just remember being there like, man, there's supposed to be an 8 Divas tag team match with the Bella Twins, and I don't think they're going to make it. And they did not, and they did it on the Raw after, and it was terrible. And yeah, it shouldn't have been like, oh, you know what, now I'm going to look that up. What was supposed to be that match? No, it was WrestleMania 29. Yeah, oh God. I forgot that it was a mixed tag. I just remember that it was the Bella Twins versus the Funkadactyls, but apparently, it was the Bella Twins and the Rhodes Scholars, which was Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow, were supposed to be versus Tons of Funk, which was Brodus Clay and Tensai, and the Funk. Oh God, yeah, that did not deserve to be at WrestleMania, and I can see why that didn't happen. Jesus Christ! All right, and then here's Rey Mysterio defeated Eddie Guerrero at 21, and then the only thing I have to say about that card is, damn, because that's what you say every time you run into Ron Simmons. And that's a whole different thing. Okay, so there's Larry Zbyszko into the Hall of Fame. And then, why exactly was Bray Wyatt hanging upside down supposed to be spooky? I don't remember. But then, oh, Jesus, remember fucking Mizdow? Oh, that was like the most over thing in the world, and it didn't make any fucking sense. And he was great at the time, but then apparently, he went to TNA as Aaron Rex, and fucking sucked. So, but he was great in that little bit there, and it was chef's kiss at the time. All right, so here's The Rock defeating Hollywood Hogan at, was that X8? Was that right? And Jack Swagger won the Money in the Bank ladder match at 26. And Hall of Famer every lesbian health teacher you've ever had in high school, Greg the Hammer Valentine. And then, look, apparently there's a whole insert set about Hulk Hogan. And, oh God, it literally says Python Power of him defeating Kevin Nash in a retirement match. And yeah, that's a whole different graphic design. All right. Then, look at a total divas. You get into the act here, because look, that's what Jimmy Uso and is it Naomi, who Trinity, who of course now no longer works for WWE. They got married and that got acknowledged, because shit like that usually doesn't. And then what else we got? Then we got Roman Reigns defeated Daniel Bryan for a #1 contendership at Fastlane. Remember, is Fastlane still the pay-per-view that they or is it over now? The one that they run against the Daytona 500, which I guess they now don't do because premium live events are on Saturdays. So who even knows anymore? And then yeah. This was the start of Suplex City when he came back for SummerSlam. Oh, and then the Shield backed Daniel Bryan against the Authority. All right, and then let's see. Still one of my favorite WrestleManias, WrestleMania 2000, when Triple H won that 4-way elimination match that I watched on my computer at 300 baud. And it was such shitty graphic quality that I got my $30 refunded to me from the WWE, and I used it to buy a $25 Rock Brahma Bull T-shirt, and then still had $5 left over that I never used. I don't know, what is this? WrestleMania 22. Shawn Michaels defeats Mr. McMahon in a no-holds-barred match. And then, hey, look, known murderer Jimmy Superfly Snuka is in the Hall of Fame. He's not exactly the worst member. And he's probably not the only active criminal, Mr. President, who, again, if I didn't see it happen with my own motherfucking eyes in person, I wouldn't believe it. But, you know, people like, oh, who deserves to be in there? Warriors in there now. Someone from back in the day. Is Boss Man in? Is Tito Santana? I'm just trying to think of someone from that era who deserves to be in. Like, let's just say Christian. I was like, someone like Christian's not in, but fucking Drew Carey and former President fucking Donald H. Trump is in. But yeah, okay, so let's do those. Alright, so then here's Money in the Bank Seth Rollins. Defeated him in a lumberjack match at... Remember when he had, like, the whole fucking streak of hair? And, oh, God! Remember Brad Maddox? Oh, man. I was a Brad Maddox stan. And I was always like, when are they going to let you wrestle? And in fact, I met him at WrestleMania 29 at Access, just for shits and giggles, because there was no one better available in that time slot. And I flat out asked him, like, yo, when are they going to let you wrestle? And he's like, when I'm ready. I'm not ready. I'm like, oh, well, I was very surprised that he was just flat out and told me that. But anyway, and then, this would have been a better shot if it was him hitting Roman in the back with the chair, but there's Seth Rollins turning on the Shield. And then, alright, here's Rock, and one of the times he took on Stone Cold. And then the better shot of that, with John Cena defeats Big Show, would be him in the stands with the belt. And then here's Hall of Famer and pretty much known pedophile Jerry the King Lawler. And then, look, here's the 19-man gimmick battle royal at, was that WrestleMania 25, right? Oh no, X7, when they brought everybody back, including the Gobbledygooker and the Repo Man and everybody who had fucking gimmicks. Oh, that was a good match. I mean, not good, but if you're of that age where you enjoy gimmicks. I guess really the only place they have gimmicks now, and mostly I just say this because I binge watched like 8 episodes in a row the other day, is WOW, Women of Wrestling, where pretty much everyone there has an 80s inspired gimmick. And I'll look and say, I don't, it finally got around to was, not Penelope Pink. The girl with the boxing is a Candy Crush? Yeah, Candy Crush finally got to the end of her voyage. Like, this entire season has all been about, oh, she had her boxing gloves stolen by Leatherface, and then they cut the gloves up, and then, oh, she went through a House of Horrors match to get the gloves. And it wasn't that girl. It was her literally, the end of it is, I went through your whole thing, and now it doesn't matter whether you destroyed my gloves or not. I'm a better person. I'm like, then why did we just spend 30 episodes of television watching you go on this trial to get these fucking gloves back that your grandmother gave you? If that's the ending is, oh, no, I don't care that you did it. Like, no, you should care. That's it wasn't for the journey. Or maybe it's supposed to be for the journey. But I think it's fucking stupid. And 2, the episode that they taped at Comic-Con looked like garbage. And they just shouldn't have, like, I get what they were going for. But their production sucked. And and then last week's episode entirely got preempted by the Final 4, and frankly, I don't care enough to go back and watch it. But anyway, alright. So yeah, here's Daniel Bryan coming back, and then immediately getting injured. Sorry. But yeah, here's that 4-way tag team on the pre-show at Mania. And then here's Brock Lesnar. That's the beginning of Suplex City. And oh man, that match. What was it? That ESPN reporter's kid going, "Let's go, Cena!" and like the most ear-ripping fucking shouts ever. All right, so then Stardust turns on Goldust. All right, yeah, that was a thing, and yeah, that's one thing that never really got mentioned during this last thing with Cody. And Roman was, hey, like, remember that time when, like, you beat the shit out of my dad? And then we had to have a fight against you and the rest of the Shield so that we could get reinstated in WWE? Like, that was a whole thing that happened that they just neglect to mention. It's that, yeah, Cody and Goldust, like, have fought Roman Reigns before and won. But, yeah, so... But like here's in fact, talking of that, and here's a nice segue. Here's Triple H defeating Goldust at WrestleMania 13, and then here's Lex Luger defeating Mr. Perfect at WrestleMania 9, and then here's Chief Jay Strong, bro. Mm-hmm. So then. Here's Dolph Ziggler defeating The Miz to win the IC title for the third time. And then Randy Orton defeats Seth Rollins. And then, the Sting returns to help fight off the Authority. Was that the one where he was inside the bronze statue? That was a good one. And then, yeah, Batista quits WWE. I don't know that he was ever really back. It was where I have a movie to go record, so I'm out. So then here's The Rock defeating Stone Cold. Again, they're not specific on which time that is. And then Randy Orton defeats CM Punk at 27. What's my Roman numerals? VII, yeah, 27. That's Rocky V plus Rocky 2 equals Rocky 7. Adrian's Revenge. I love that joke. Anytime you can slip it in. Then, of course, Hall of Famer Roddy Piper, who I'm sure is still all out of bubblegum. Here's, oh shit, I forgot that was a thing they did. Gold and Stardust defeated the Usos to win a tag team championship? Oh, I fucking forgot all about that. And then, yeah, I remember this. The Shield defeats Evolution in a no-holds-barred elimination match. At Payback, Jesus Christ. And right, here's Evolution reforming to defeat the Shield, which, as we can see on that other card, they clearly didn't do. And then, on the tribute to the troops, Bray Wyatt got defeated by Dean Ambrose in a boot camp match. And it looks like that's one of the weird tribute to the troops where they didn't actually film it with the troops. It's like, fuck it, we're gonna record it after SmackDown, and we'll just call it that, and we'll run B-roll of, or that might have been the one where they, there was like one where there was an arena on the base that they did or something. It might have been that one, but I don't remember. All right, so here's Triple H defeating Kane at WrestleMania 15. Goldberg defeats Brock Lesnar in one of the shittiest matches ever because neither one of them gave a shit because it was their last match. And then here's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat given the point. All right, last pack. Now here's Bad News Barrett defeats Big E for the IC title. Sure. Then fucking hell, remember when The Ascension were even a fucking thing? Oh man, they were so good in NXT and so dominant. And then they brought them up and JBL just shit all over them. And they never made it. Which is such a shame because like fucking wasn't Victor or Connor, one of them was in NXT for like a fucking decade? Or something ridiculous. And then, Ric Flair warns Triple H about something. And then, alright, so then here's, of course, probably the greatest ladder match ever besides TLC. Well, if you want to call TLC a ladders match, it's technically not. But I would say TLC 2 was better than TLC 1. Was probably the greatest. And here's Rock at, what is it, twice in a lifetime, probably, when he defeated John Cena. And then, consider that this is the second time WrestleMania was just in Hollywood, so it's a good thing to end on. The Roddy Piper defeats Goldust in the Hollywood Backlot Brawl. I just remember there were long stretches of that match that was just lifted of the Bronco chase of fucking O.J. Simpson for whatever fucking reason. And then here, and then Sergeant Slaughter. Okay. And then let's see what we got here for a relic. An event, official event used relic of. Okay, that's cool. Do I have anything? I don't think I do have anything at Paige. I'll have to double check. What? Yeah, this is old school early Paige when she looked like a fucking person and not a amalgamation of plastic parts. And it looks like, considering who my options were for relics, that's probably my best one. I mean, you would think if Paige is an option, AJ would be an option, and it looks like she's not. I mean, I would have enjoyed that far better. But yeah. So there we go. WrestleMania Play Button. Probably one of the most forgettable -1 super part. So yeah, there we go. What is it? I know I have I still have a bunch of other boxes of WWE cards I've got lying around. I have, or should be ordering tomorrow, a box of very old, very crazy Star Trek cards that I'll go through when they get here. But yeah, so that's what's on deck. As always, thanks for watching. If you like, do the things. So thanks everybody.